Welcome in, everybody, here on KYNT and on KYN-TV for Huddling with the Herd, your weekly update of Yankton High School athletics here on the station. I am Brayden Butler, and it was a fun week of Yankton High School athletics. For the first time all year, though, it's not last night we're talking about a Yankton Bucks game. It's 2 nights ago. I know we had that Saturday game a few weeks back against Harrisburg, but these week changes just always kind of throw me off. But Thursday night, Yankton Bucks football against Mitchell, There it is. Already messing myself up. Thursday night against Mitchell for the Yankton Bucks. We don't have the coaches in this morning. We do have an interview over the phone with head coach Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks, but the Yankton coaches not in this morning today for Huddling with the Herd. Should still be a great show, though. We're talking Yankton Gazelles volleyball. They're in the midst of the East-West tournament right now. We'll break that down a little bit. And then cross-country and competitive cheer and dance. Both of them state tournaments today. Their state championships are today. Cross country is in Huron. Competitive cheer and dance is in Watertown. We'll take a look at both of those teams' performances in the ESD championships, because that was the last competition for both teams, was the ESD championships. For the cross country team, almost 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago exactly, actually. So we'll take a look back into the past at that, and then also preview today's state championships. A lot of great things coming up today on Huddling with the Herd. Thank you for joining us here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Huddling with the Herd is brought to you by Explorers Credit Union. Discover the difference with explorerscu.com. We're coming back in a couple minutes to keep things rolling and start talking Yankton Bucks football. They wrapped up their regular season on Thursday. Back in a couple minutes. This is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN-TV.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40. Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast. Or call 888-422-1410.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
For coverage you can count on, call Brendan Hansen or Brandon Tykrow in Yankton today.
If you've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury, check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation. Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet. From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Now located on Summit Street across from the high school.
When you make the right decision, it feels good.
Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back in here on Huddling with the Herd on KYNT and KYN-TV. We're starting things off here officially with Yankton Bucks football. Impressive win on Thursday over the Mitchell Colonels to wrap up their regular season. Tate Bestie only completed 5 passes of his 12 attempts, but 78 yards for a touchdown for him. Jay Sedlacek, the running game, starred 16 carries, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns his way. Cale Hazelhorst scores on both sides of the ball. 1 catch, 25 yards, and a touchdown on offense. 2 interceptions. One of those returned for a touchdown on defense. Hazelhorst had himself quite a day. And Yankton's defense holding the Colonels to only 7 points. And that was scored pretty late on. I think about 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. So almost a shutout to wrap up their regular season for Yankton. The Bucks did wrap up the number 1 overall seed in the 11AA playoffs with their win over Mitchell, and combined with a Huron loss Thursday night to Brookings. See, this is already playing on Thursday. It has me just backwards, but I digress. The Yankton Bucks, the number 1 seed in the 11AA playoffs, will host the 8th-seeded Spearfish Spartans. Now, it's going to be a tough matchup, but don't just take my word for it. I was able to talk to head coach Brady Muth on Friday over the Pizza Ranch phone line about his team's performance not only on Thursday against Mitchell, throughout the entire season, and also what he's expecting in the playoffs. Let's go to the interview now here on Huddling with the Herd. Brayden Butler here for Huddling with the Herd. Joining me over the Pizza Ranch phone line is head coach of the Yankton Bucks football team, Brady Muth. We're recording this a day before the show here, Coach Muth, on Friday, and a day after a regular season finale victory over the Mitchell Colonels. 40-7 final in that one. Just getting things rolling. How are you feeling today coming off of that big win last night to conclude the regular season?
Yeah, we had meetings this morning and watched some film and kind of broke down the game last night and introduced Spearfish. And, it's one of those things where, winning an ESD title, we haven't done that for a while here. And this group of kids really has put together a really good body of work this season. And so you want to take time to celebrate that and acknowledge it. But in the same sense, next Thursday is a championship football game. That's the way we approach things here. And so you can't get caught up in it too much. There'll be time for reflection and celebration after the season. We got a job to do, but they've earned it. They've got 24 hours here to enjoy this, and tomorrow morning we'll get together for practice and on to Spearfish.
I'd say, it's playing the regular season finale on a Thursday night. The traditional mindset is you have an extra day of rest, but it's Thursday to start the playoffs too. You already mentioned, though, Spearfish is going to come across the state to Crane Youngworth Field, a team that you haven't seen this year. It feels like a lot of teams that are in the playoffs, I think they're the only one that Yankton hasn't played this year in a AA, so it's a very competitive class of guys.
Yeah, there's a challenge in that for both teams. It's going to be a challenge for them, and it's going to be a challenge for us as well, just because we don't have a whole lot of familiarity with Spearfish, and like you said, we don't have any kind of prior contest that we can lean on for an example of what works and what doesn't work. So that's why film study for this game is really, really important. Our staff's put together and has got a tendency chart put together, and it's all broke down so that those numbers are going to really matter because we don't have in-game, experiences to rely on. And so that part is a little bit challenging, but it's the playoffs, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be something new and a new challenge and all of those things. And the thing that I love about this group is they're ready for it. I think we've grown a lot as a team, and they've worked hard to put themselves in a position where they can go get, that prize that they've been searching for since August. And so, but the job's not done yet. We got work to do before we get to compete for that, and Spearfish is up first.
You got a lot of guys in the regular season who've really contributed to this squad across the board: offense, defense, special teams. Heck, the kid that runs out and gets the tee after kickoffs is doing the best in the state, in my opinion, as well. So, who is? Are there as a group of guys that's really stood out, or just the whole team as a whole, or what are you most proud of with your guys coming in?
Yeah, I would say it's just the whole group as a whole. They all have the same collective mindset, and that's the thing that's so refreshing, I think, right now. This is no commentary on youth in America today or anything like that, but it's really refreshing to get around a young group of guys that can, when they walk into the building, they can check their ego at the door. They're not interested in anything that has anything to do with making themselves in the spotlight or putting themselves in the spotlight or any kind of anything to build themselves up. Everything is for the betterment of the team. And you talked about guys playing a lot of different roles in offense and defense and special teams, but more than that, I mean, the amount of pride that goes into our scout and our prep team and the work that a lot of people don't get to see, all of those things are really, really important ingredients in a recipe for building a championship football program. And our guys have really bought into it. And like I said, a big part of that is just them understanding the standards and the expectations that go along with playing football in Yankton. And man, this group as a whole, and it's a big senior class, they really want to make an impact and they really want to make a contribution to the program. And so for those guys to get their chance to do that and do something, we talked last night after the game about building something you can be proud of. These guys are all very proud of what they've got their hands in right now and what they're building. And so it's a lot of fun and refreshing to be around them. I can't pick one person that would say, is the face of it. I think they all have done a really good job of building that image and living up to it.
It feels, I guess, counterintuitive to say what I'm about to say, but a guy who I think embodied that, what you mentioned, checking your ego at the door, people are still hyping each other up. Owen Eisnes has been your leading receiver all year long, did not record a catch last night, and he was still one of the most excited guys on the field when his teammates are making plays. I know, like I said, counterintuitive to talk about a team as a whole and then focus on that one guy, but yeah. I think that goes across the board with your squad.
Well, I think, and Owen is a captain, and I think captains are important. When we select captains, we tell our guys these are going to be the face of who you want representing you, and so you've got to pick the right ones. And I think if you were going to put your finger on one individual, I think Owen has done a really good job of leading the right way. Everybody can lead. Like anybody can lead, both negatively and positively. And even the good leaders, sometimes they're not great just in being a holistic leader. But Owen Eisnes, with his personality and his character, I can't say enough of how great an individual he is. And yeah, last night, you're the leading receiver on the team. You're one of the top receivers in the state in all classes. You've got more than enough reason to have an ego and to say, give me the ball. And that's not what he's out there for. He's out there to win for the team. And you're right, it's a lot of fun, and no one's going to celebrate his teammates just as much as or more than anybody else. And he's playing a part in their success as well. I mean, one of the reasons a lot of those guys are getting open is because he's garnering so much attention. People have said, we're not going to let number 0 beat us. Fortunate for us, we have a lot of other tools in our toolkit.
I'll say, as a stacked receiving room, when a guy like Tegan LaCroix, I think, is 5th on the team in receptions right now, and he's lightning in a bottle with the ball in his hands. We've seen Carter Boomsma, as of late, really explode on tape. Cale Hazelhorst got in the end zone last week. Abe O'Brien, good to see him back out there and performing well. You have a stacked group of skill positions, not just the receiving room, just across the board. And that's got to be nice to have heading into the postseason, with a lot of those tools are sharp and uninjured as well heading into the postseason.
Yes, that's a great point to make. This is the healthiest we've been all season. We've got a full roster, and I mean, everybody is 100% healthy, not playing through an injury or dealing with something. And so that's part of it. But, and the other part, when you talk about our skill players, those perimeter players, I mean, each one of those guys has something that they do a little bit differently, but they all do it great. And so we're really blessed to have those guys. I mean, there's a lot of fun things that you get to do scheme-wise, on offense when you've got players like that where you can do some really interesting things and make things tough on opposing defenses. And a lot of those things are only going to magnify now because we're going to start to get deeper into the playbook on things that we've been working on all season. We just haven't put on the field yet because we're holding on to it as long as we can. And so, yeah, the amount of work that they've put in and just the things that they can do, it's exciting stuff.
We touched on it already a little earlier on, but I do want to end talking about Spearfish next week. You're the 1 seed in the playoffs due to some Hurons lost to Brookings last night too. So I know when we talked earlier this week, the only real difference between 1 and 2 is which color jerseys you're wearing if you make it to the Dome. But Spearfish coming to town on Thursday. Still got some tape to watch, I assume, with not seeing them this year. But what are your expectations and what do you need to execute this week?
Well, the first thing I will tell you about Spearfish is I know that there may be a thought. Everybody has a thought or an opinion on East River versus West River. You can't do that. Spearfish is a highly skilled. They've got great athletes. If you pay attention to the state track meet, they always score a lot of points at the state track meet and are always causing problems. And the thing that I find fascinating is everybody, when Spearfish is on the leaderboard at the state track meet, everybody is surprised. And I'm like, you guys have to pay attention to what they've got. And those same athletes are playing football. And so for us, it's going to be a physical game, and the field is going to be covered with top-notch athletes coming from Spearfish. And on top of that, their coaching staff has done a great job of really adopting a tough mindset. A lot of those kids are wrestlers, and so they're just tough, nasty competitors. And so we've got our work cut out for it. You cannot look at seeds. You can't look at scores. You have to live everything play to play. And we've learned that lesson the hard way earlier in the season. And so our guys are sharp and ready to go, and they're ready for the challenge. And they're excited to get an opportunity to put some good performances on the field against a good Spearfish team.
Big thank you for Brady Muth for taking time out of his day on Friday to talk to me over the phone. Good luck to him and the Yankton Bucks against Spearfish on Thursday in their opening round matchup. The Bucks, the number 1 overall seed, heading into the postseason. When we come back, we're talking volleyball, competitive cheer and dance, and cross country, a couple state tournaments, or a couple state championships for 2 of those sports, and then also the East-West tournament for volleyball. So there's plenty to talk about, and we're hitting it when we come back here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Credit union people are my people, dreaming big, keeping life simple, saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Are you huddling up with the relatives for the holidays or a Yankton or Mount Marty football game, but don't have enough space in your locker room? Book rooms at the Fairfield by Marriott are Holiday Inn Express. There won't be any roughing penalties with their clean, comfortable beds, and no interference on a relaxing stay. Remember, instead of everyone at your house, call on Audible and book rooms at the Fairfield by Marriott or Holiday Inn Express. For great rates and flexible reservation changes, call either hotel direct.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, Or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life. If your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. With offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Looking for fuel or more? Stop by Triple Time Rudy's, your locally owned convenience store at 17th and Broadway. At Triple Time Rudy's, they're proud to support the community, offering fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers and backing local activities and events. Inside, you'll discover regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. Whether it's a quick snack, a tank of top quality fuel, or a taste of local goodness, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling the community.
Buying or selling a home is a big decision. Work with someone who knows the ins and outs. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and with 20 years of experience, I will focus on the details while providing marketing knowledge, advice on staging, and negotiating to get your home sold. From start to finish, I'll guide you through the process, making sure nothing is overlooked. Call me, Deb Speck, Vision Real Estate, 605-664-5555.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
A couple days ago, a teacher came into the UPS store to print some worksheets for her classroom. As we were printing, she asked if we could help her design and print a custom banner for her school's upcoming event. Yes, we can. At the UPS store in Yankton, where for over 8 years we've been serving educators, businesses, and community members with all kinds of printing solutions. Stop by today and let us assist with your next project, and be sure to ask about our shipping services or current print specials.
Welcome back in here on Huddling with the Herd on KYNT and KYN-TV. Keeping it rolling, talking about fall athletics. And with soccer, golf, and tennis wrapped up, it kind of shortens the show for talking about fall athletics. But volleyball still going strong. Cross country and competitive cheer and dance wrapping up their seasons today. So it is a big day around Yankton athletics. We'll start with the volleyball team. They're in the East-West tournament right now in Harrisburg. That is 5 matches over 2 days. 2 matches yesterday. They played Spearfish and Rapid City Stevens. 3 more matches today for the Gazelles. Sturgis, Douglas, and Rapid City Central. A lot of matches here down the stretch. We're getting down near the end of the regular season. I think only a couple more home matches, a couple more matches total after this East-West tournament. Their next home game, October 28th against the T-Area Titans. We should have coverage of that here on KYNT and KYN-TV. But the Gazelles, like I said, in the East-West tournament right now. 3 more matches today. Sturgis, Douglas, and Rapid City Central. Good luck against the Cobblers, Patriots, and Scoopers today for the Gazelles. Moving on to cross country, state championship today in Huron at Broadland Creek Golf Course. It's the first competition for the cross country team since the ESD meet on October 11th. They were going to have a regular season finale at the state championship site in Huron, but that got rained out. So no competitions in 2 weeks for the cross country team. Looking back at that ESD meet a few weeks back, 3rd in the girls race, 4th in the boys race as a team at the ESD conference meet. The Gazelles led by an all-ESD honoree and Nora Yeomans, who placed 12th. Also for the Gazelles, Avery Woosterwald finished 20th. Abby Johannesson placed 22nd. Ryland Jackson 23rd. And Delaney Yeomans in 29th. The Bucks had 2 all-ESD honorees in their race. Harrison Kraske placed 11th, followed by Brighton Olsen in 12th. Rounding out the race for the Bucks, Luke Femer was 17th, Gabe Rock 19th, and Isaac Polson 33rd. Today's races are scheduled to begin at noon. That's at Broadland Creek Golf Course in Huron for the state championships. Good luck to the Bucks and Gazelles out in Huron. And we're going to talk competitive cheer and dance now. State competition for them also today in Watertown. Their last competition was also the ESD conference meet. Cheer and dance finished 3rd and 4th, respectively, at that ESD championship meet in Brookings. Yankton Dance edged out Pierre on a tiebreaker to finish number 3. as the Gazelles posted 37 standings points, led by a second-place finish in Palm for the Gazelles. The Gazelles cheer squad posting a score of 245 to take home fourth. Harrisburg would claim the cheer title with a score of 295.5. Today's state competition begins at 11 a.m. It will be held at Watertown High School. Good luck to the Yankton competitive cheer and dance squad as they try to bring home some hardware from the state championship. Big weekend for volleyball, cross country, and competitive cheer and dance. You had the East-West tournament for the Gazelles and then state championships for cross country and competitive cheer and dance. Good luck to all Yankton athletes as they compete today across the state. Harrisburg, Watertown, and Huron. Teams just in different places around eastern South Dakota today. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to have YHS Nation here on the broadcast. YHS Nation this week is a look at the high school fall play, which I believe officially opened last night, Friday evening at Yankton High School. Of course, more shows coming up this weekend. YHS Nation when we come back here on KYNT and KYN-TV.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? Sports injuries can happen quickly, posing threats to your health and ability to participate in your regular athletic activities. I'm Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson from First Chiropractic Centers. Chiropractic care can provide pain relief from sore and aching muscles and lead to faster recovery after workout by easing the inflammation you experience, like stiffness, pain, or restricted movement. Visit with us about managing your sports injuries. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
It's game on at Yankton Pizza Ranch. Our buffet is loaded with hot pizzas, sweet desserts, and the country's best chicken. Plenty of food and plenty of room for a whole team or your whole family, whether you're celebrating a big win or just hungry for one. Everybody leaves full and happy. So huddle up and make it a buffet day every day from 11 to 8 at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
It's where life tastes better. Surround 'em up and head her down to the Pizza Ranch.
Whoa, that's good.
Attention everyone, health insurance open enrollment on the marketplace is happening now, November 1st to December 15th. This is your chance to review your plan, explore new options, and make sure you and your family have the coverage you need for the year ahead. Call me, Jen Great, with Missouri River Associates today. I can help you navigate the marketplace and find the plan that fits your needs. 665-6885. Don't wait, open enrollment ends December 15th.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Welcome back in here on KYNT and KYN-TV. It's time for your YHS Nation segment here on Huddling with the Herd. YHS Nation is a look at a activity or event going on outside of the athletic sphere. I know sports gets a bright light shined on it a lot, and these athletes deserve the recognition they get, but other aspects of Yankton High School, clubs, performances, in this case this week, the arts, all of it deserves their recognition as well. And this week it is the performing arts. The fall play opening up this weekend. I believe their opening night was last night. Have a chance to hear a little bit about the fall play. It's focused on Helen Keller this year. Let's go to the interview now for YHS Nation here on KYNT.
Okay, the fall play at YHS, The Miracle Workers, showed for the first time last night at the YHS Theater. There's going to be another showing tonight at 7 o'clock and then another Monday evening. Jeff Erickson caught up with the director of the show for today's YHS Nation.
The fall play is coming up this weekend, so that puts Sherry Whitehead on the radio. Sherry, hi, nice to meet you. How are things going?
Hi, everything is going just amazing. We've got such a great group of kids to work with. This is my first year as the director. The last 2 years I have worked with Mr. Gayton, and it has been amazing.
How does it feel to be, I know you're not on your own, you have plenty of help, but as the director, you're kind of out there and in charge. How is that feeling so far?
I actually love it. It's been so rewarding. A little bit crazy at times, but I do enjoy it.
Tell us a little bit about you. How long have you been teaching at the school? What do you teach? A little about your family and history.
This is my 4th year in Yankton. I retired from Nebraska. We moved up here, and I taught 5th grade for 3 years, and now I'm up here at the high school teaching English, which is one of my passions. I love it. I was in charge of the one act and the fall play, and I helped a lot with the musicals in Nebraska City, where I taught previously. My husband and my daughter, all 3 of us moved up here, and I do have 3 other children that are out of the house. I have enjoyed theater my whole life. I enjoy going to watch theater, and I really enjoy helping the kids to become better actors and actresses and to help them with as much as I can.
Tell us about the production, The Miracle Worker, coming up this weekend and then next Monday. It's a phenomenal story. Tell us about the production here at YHS.
We have been working since August on this production. The Miracle Worker is the story of Anne Sullivan and Helen Keller. And it's a lot about how Anne Sullivan came into being Helen Keller's teacher. It's a powerful story about perseverance and just keeping and going, and how someone with such a background as Anne Sullivan can go on and persevere and be the person that gets through Helen Keller.
How is your cast doing? You're getting close. Are they looking and feeling ready, and how are they adapting to this production?
They have been amazing. They have started with just working diligently to get their lines down and all the blocking. Helen Keller is one of the toughest scripts that I've done. And so it's been kind of a challenge to get Charlotte Smith is Helen Keller, and it has been a challenge for her to go through this and try to act like she can't see or hear. And so it's been a big challenge, and they're stepping up to the plate, and they're working really hard to make this production phenomenal.
Charlotte Smith is here, and she is, well, kind of the star of the show of The Miracle Worker. She plays Helen Keller. Thanks for joining us, and tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into your character.
I am a junior here at the Yankton High School, and I've been doing plays since I was a freshman. I've done almost every single play.
How about your family?
My dad is a teacher here. My mom works up at the Applied Engineering, and then I have 3 younger brothers that are, one is in the high school, one is in middle school, and one's in elementary.
What do they think about their big sister being on the big stage?
They are kind of more sports orientated, so they're a little bit more, that's cool, but not really my thing, but they always enjoy coming down and watching me.
Were you familiar with this story before you got into this production? How much did you know about Helen Keller?
Just kind of the basics that you kind of learn in school. I didn't really know much, but it's been really fun learning about it. It's an amazing story.
And what do you think people will enjoy about this production?
I hope that they enjoy the whole story of it. I hope that they enjoy how we portray it. I hope that we do our justice of portraying it. It's such a great show, and I really hope that they enjoy watching all of us.
And what has it done for you learning about Helen Keller? What has it given you learning her struggle and what she was up against?
I think it has definitely helped me to understand that there are so many things going on in people's lives that we don't understand, and it's really opened my eyes to the struggles that people face on a daily basis with things that I would never understand.
It's a little down the road yet, yet, but any plans after high school? Is theater going to be a part of that?
I definitely want to pursue theater in college and have some of that experience in college, but I am hoping to be a vet tech once I get out of college.
Thanks for taking the time with us. Best wishes on this production.
Thank you so much, and thank you for doing this with me.
Also joining us is Julia Reyes, and she plays Annie in this production. Julia, how many productions have you been in at YHS?
I've been in a show every year since I started, so all 3 years. I'm not new to theater either. I've been doing it since I was in 3rd grade or so.
Tell us a little bit more about you. What year are you in? Tell us about your family and anything else that you're involved with here.
I'm currently a senior, and I'm still deciding on a college and everything. Aside from theater, which is a major facet that I'm included in and everything, I also participate in many musical things, fine arts things. Wise, I'm in marching band. I'm in another show, Rock of Ages, right now. I'm in choir, and I've been in a cappella choir and honor choir, and I participate in band as often as I can.
Just the fact that you found time to visit with us, I'm impressed. You got a lot going on. Did you know about this story, The Miracle Worker, before you started rehearsing this production? Or were you familiar with it?
I was not familiar with it at all. I didn't really know anything. I'd heard of Helen Keller, obviously, but never Annie Sullivan. I'd never even heard that she had a teacher. I mean, really, it's just an inspiring story. I mean, not only to learn about, but to tell and to act on stage. This part has been really educational and inspiring to learn about, with everything that Helen had to overcome and everything Annie had to overcome as well.
What do you think people will like about this production?
I feel like it's very entertaining, and the dialogue's really pretty nice too, and I feel like a lot of my co-actors are really into their parts, and it's very entertaining to see. And not only entertaining, but it's also factual and sometimes a little serious and dark and all that stuff. I think it'll be a really good show to watch.
Got to do a shout out to anybody out there that might be listening that's a part of your family. You want to say hello to anybody?
I'd like to say hello to my mom, Amy Reyes, hi, and my dad, Alex Reyes, and my sister, Ava. And I also have 2 brothers, Frankie and Tony. And then also I want to do a shout out to my boyfriend, Isaac Mayrose. He's in Vermilion.
Best wishes. Thanks for taking the time with us, and it sounds like it's going to be a great production. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
We're back with the director, Sherry Whitehead. Let's just wrap this up with some ticket and showtime information. Let's get some people in these seats.
You betcha. Our first performance for the community is October 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. Our second show is Saturday, October 25th at 7 p.m. And then we'll have our last showing on Monday, October 27th at 7 p.m. as well. I sure hope to see many of you guys come out and enjoy this magnificent, phenomenal story.
Sherry, best wishes. Thanks for the time. We really look forward to this production. Good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Once again, as we're wrapping up YHS Nation, go out and enjoy the Yankton Fall Play here at Yankton High School. They have more performances throughout the weekend after their opening night last night. That is going to do it for this week's edition of Huddling with the Herd on KYNT and KYN-TV. Big thank you to Coach Muth for talking to us over the Pizza Ranch phone line, taking time out of his day yesterday to record that interview for this morning. But congratulations to him and his staff and his team as they're getting prepared for Spearfish in the opening round of the state tournament next Thursday. It's another Thursday game. Mark your calendar. Thursday, opening round of the South Dakota High School Athletic Association Class 11 AA playoffs. Yankton Bucks, number 1 seed, against the 8th seeded Spearfish Spartans. Good luck today to the Yankton Gazelles volleyball team, and 3 matches today in the East-West tournament. Of course, cross-country and competitive cheer and dance state championships for both of them. Cross-country in Huron, competitive cheer and dance in Watertown. Until next week, stay safe, be good people, and we'll talk at you